YouTube, welcome back to the channel. It's your favorite reactor, and I'm back with yet another reaction video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 200 subscribers. I would greatly appreciate it. Now, bam, back with another Nolan Wells update. Well, I hope it's an update. It's the fourth press conference that Benjamin Crump and Al Sharpton has put together. So hopefully they bring us some new information that we haven't heard before. I mean, what other reason why you would be doing another press conference for if you're not unraveling any additional information, right? Because that's what they hired you guys for.
Good morning. Let me say the case that we have been dealing with now for the last several weeks around Nolan Wells is indicative of many cases around the country that have raised serious questions with racial overtones. Attorney Crump and I are going tomorrow. I'm doing the eulogy for a young black man in Madison, Wisconsin, homeless, and they say at a night, and there's the tape of him being shot. 3 cops surrounding him, shot and killed, 4 shots. And these cases building up in a...
Let me just speak on this situation in case anybody out there that don't know what he's talking about. He's talking about the Corey Ruiz case in Madison, Wisconsin, right? So he was a homeless male. I think he was 28 or 38 or something like that. I kind of skimmed over the information. I was supposed to do a video over it, but I never got around to it. Yeah, so he got a call about a guy like basically trying to, I guess he was checking doors. You know how people go through and kind of check doors to see if somebody might have left their door unlocked or not, right? So when they call the cops, he took off running, right? So he takes off running. The cops catch up to him. They're trying to restrain him, but he's like fighting back. He's fighting back, and they can't even get him. It's like he said, it's like 3 to 4 cops trying to take this man down. And they cannot take this man down, man. One cop is on his knees trying to take him down, pulling him down. And I don't necessarily know the actual steps of restraining an individual. So they tase him first, right? So bam, pow, tase him, and that doesn't work, right? So in the midst of them trying to get him down to the ground, he brandishes a knife. He's basically making it seem like he didn't brandish. He brandished the knife, right? And I think they either said even the cop that shot him either actually got slashed or stabbed or something, right? Not saying it was justifiable. I do think excessive force was being done by you standing over him and shooting him, because you shot him like he literally was standing over him and shot him, right? But I don't know what else you would want to do. Excuse me. If you're doing all the necessary steps that's trying to restrain him and it's not working though. Now maybe it's just a testament to them. They need to get in the gym or whatever they need to do in order to not always resort to shooting somebody just because you're not strong enough to take them down. Now, and it can go both ways. Some people say he shouldn't have been resisting arrest. He does have on a criminal record of like burglary and stuff like that. The kid Corey, rest in peace, he also has some mental illness issues that he was dealing with as well. So that was kind of a sad situation. I understand it from both parts. Why do it take all 4 of y'all to take him down, and then y'all still couldn't get him down, so you just shoot him? And then I understand it from a cop's perspective though, right? You brandish a weapon, we're having trouble getting you down. You don't want to you don't want to obey. We've tased you. That didn't work. You did. I don't know if they say he took the taser out and something like that. But this video is online. Another strange situation that I found out, that even those cops don't even have to wear body cam footage. So there's no body cam footage. If you go and look up Corey Ruiz, it's going to be a bunch of film of people like innocent bystanders and stuff like that with their phone out.
Climate of an administration in Washington that we cannot feel will objectively investigate. There was a time that we could say if state authorities fail us, we can go to the Justice Department. Even under George Bush, we went to the Justice Department. We, at this point, have to hope that one, we can deal with civil courts, or secondly, that there's a balance of power with the Democrats taking the House in November, and maybe the Judiciary Committee on.
That's not happening. The Democrats are not taking the House. Democrats, everybody they have running is weak. I don't know if you're going with who you're thinking Camilla Harris is. No, it's not working, bro. If you guys look at who you guys have to run for this upcoming election, I think the Republicans will be in the House again.
That can at least put a check and balance on cases that need to be investigated. But we're right now where we have two parents, lovely parents, I've gotten to know them, that really don't have an answer to a question. Is it a civil rights violation or not? And we do not know. How do you trust the words of people that say immediately there was no foul play when you haven't even investigated whether it was foul play? How do you trust people that come back from something that happened and never really give you a straight story of what happened, including you have the keys to the car? So when you have,
I don't think they wanted a straight story, right? The boys said they reached out to him on multiple occasions. The boys warned, man, I don't know if they lied or not, but I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? Just for the information that has been put out there. The boys said they reached out to him. So why didn't you investigate the boys first? Why didn't you, of the mother, try to get all the information out of the boys before you went to Benjamin Crump and Reverend Al Sharpton? I don't know, right? I don't know.
have more questions than answers. You have to have people that will drive the answers out, and that's what we do. And that's why I've been involved, and that's why we stay involved. And it gets worse and worse and worse. The parent of one of the boys threatening to sue us for asking a question. Imagine that now.
That's not what the boys are suing them for. They're suing them for defamation because your guys are trying to implicate the fact that they had something to do with the death of their best friends. Why they acting like they don't know what's going on? They talking about, imagine that. They're trying to sue us. Yes, bro. You have the the public perception is that one of the four of us boys killed Nolan Wells. And in their defense is not true. They're getting death threats. they can't say a word without someone saying something. They couldn't go to their best friend's funeral. They probably can't do the same day-to-day things that they want to do because they don't know who's out there to hurt them or not. Yes, bro. Yes. Defamation by implication. You're implementing them in the death of their best friend.
Some of y'all call it, what do you feel about parents? One of the boys said he's going to sue you and Ben Crump. Sue us for what? For saying what happened. So we've gone back.
But that's not what happened, though.
And that is why we're going to stand with these.
I'm not saying that's not what happened, right? I'm just saying the information that has been given to us is not leading to what you guys are saying was happening. Let's get into this video, though, man. And I really feel bad for these two. Kristen, I'm going to say their name, Christina Wells, and I mean, just because you the stepdad, bro, you could step up, bro. Damn, like, I don't even know your name, bro. But shout out to her, bro. Shout out to the mom, like, for real. Condolences, and I pray for strength over you guys, though. And I pray that you guys get the closure that you're looking for in this case, man.
Parents, because usually, I come from Brooklyn, New York. I was born and raised there. I don't come from the South. But my mother used to bring me down south to my grandmother in Dothan, Alabama. And Congresswoman, my grandmother told me, you see that pen over there? I said, yes. She said, that's a pen of hogs and pigs. I said, yes, ma'am. She said, always know something. If you take a brick and you throw it in that pile, the hog that hollers is the hog you hit. There's too much hollering going on in Mississippi that we haven't hit something. I can't figure out which one we hit, but we hit something. Because now they talking about lawsuits. They threatening a mother of a child, trying to get her job taken.
Not the boys. Not the boys. The boys are not threatening the mother of the child. I guess that's other people, I guess, in the community. Now, the throwing the rock and hitting the hog reference can't be correlation to the boys getting a lawyer because They've debunked all of the information that you guys have thrown out there. That's why you're sitting there still with questions and no answers, right? You guys put out $100,000 for anybody who can give any information that could lead to an arrest, and nobody has came forth, right? They've interviewed over 60 witnesses that you guys won't sit there and say that they did, making it seem like the Mississippi sheriffs are not doing anything. Um, and we still haven't came up with any answers. Now, if it was some foul play, we need to get to the bottom of this because I want justice for Nolan Wells. My question is, I'm not doing this no more. Thinking about what happened. Was it Katie? Was it Warren? Was it Bart? Did he just slip and fall? I'm over that right now. I just want the kid to rest in peace, bro. And I don't think you guys are doing a good job on that, though, bro. All of these Instagram I'm just tired of it, bro. That's why I don't really even cover it like that anymore. Because I just like, when are we gonna get? When can this kid rest in peace, man? When?
You wouldn't be hollering if we wasn't hitting something. And we're going to stay on that, and we're going to stay on it all the way. In light of that, before attorney, and I call him the Attorney General of Black America, gives us the legal basis, and then we hear from the parents. Congresswoman who lived herself through dealing with the whole tragedy of her own son. That's how we met. On a plane. She was a flight attendant at the time. And she stopped me on the plane and said, "Well, now, why are you dealing with my son's case?" And we started a relationship. She ended up being elected right here in Georgia and reelected. They redrew her lines, and she was reelected anyhow. The lines couldn't, it reduced the favor of the people. Congresswoman Lucy McBath.
Good afternoon, everyone. First, I want to say thank you to Reverend Al Sharpton, and also thank you to Attorney Crump for being the armor bearers for this family, the Nolan's family. It's a really, really sad occasion that we're here again. I was just saying to my staff on the way in, it's like this brings back so many vivid memories for me and my own family, having lost Jordan to unnecessary gun violence in November 2012, Black Friday, simply because he was black and playing loud music in his car. And so here we are again today, here for the loss of another black young man in our community. And we find ourselves asking the same questions. How did it happen? Why did it happen? And this family stands here demanding answers. This family deserves answers. I myself sought the same justice for my son Jordan that they're seeking for theirs, and they deserve answers. And they deserve justice.
We do, and they do. Shout out to them. I'm gonna skip over her because I just want to see if they're gonna come forth with some new information.
CNN, then make it to MSN now, then make it to our local news for maybe 30 days, if that. And then the stories are gone, and the carnage is left with the families and the communities that have lost someone that they love. So I thank the National Black Journalists. Thank you for lifting this family story.
Not everyone has that ability to say, well, I'm not going to factor.
Do not let it die. Continue to say his name. Continue to tell his story, because they deserve justice, and it matters. It mattered for me. It mattered for Trayvon. It mattered for Eric Brown. It matters for all of our loved ones that we have lost.
As Attorney Crump comes, let me say, as Congresswoman McBath has said, the caucus has asked the federal government to look into it. For those of us that are worried about the politicalization of the present administration, that is why January becomes important, that we have a judiciary committee that can also monitor when investigation happens now or does not happen. Say, in Mississippi, Attorney General of Black America, Benjamin Crump.
Thank you so much, Mentor. Reverend Allen, thank you for helping not only lead the effort to get to the truth, but keeping this family in your prayers as you have done so many more.
Man, she's so broken. It's so sad, bro. It's generally so sad, bro, to not be able to just be dealing with this. You lost your son. You having trouble with your job. You getting threatened at your job. And you're still trying to deal with the grievance of your son. That's your oldest son. Boy, look just like you too, man. Crazy, man. Yeah. So my condolences to her. Even though sometimes I don't necessarily agree, but I know she's a grieving mother. So a lot of things is not gonna make sense to someone whose like mind is not cluttered and kind of looking at it from like a more unbiased standpoint. So it's not for me to understand the takes on certain things that she do. So I'm not upset at her, bro. I don't have anything bad to say about the stance that she's taken and some of the remarks that she's made. It's really the Instagram people and the YouTube people in the comments and all of that, just negative energy, bro. If you don't agree with what if you're black and you don't agree with what black, like if I'm black and I know, same with the Carmelo Anthony situation. If you felt like the Carmelo Anthony was race based, but you feel like black people are not on that side, they don't agree with you, man.
For families giving them support. I'm Attorney Ben Crump, along with Attorney Eric Ertz, Attorney Lisa Park, Attorney Ahmad Smith. He's not coming back. And that is the story. Everything else is just, hyperbole.
Yo, why are you talking like that though? Why would you talk like that in front of her though? Bro, something's wrong with this video. I can't rewind. I can't go. He said he's not coming back, bro. Damn, just like throw salt on it, right? Look, she looking dead at the end, like, bro, what is up with you?
Distractions. The story is what happened to Nolan Wales. Somebody knows something. Somebody saw something.
Is he saying the same stuff that he's been saying in all the press conferences? Do y'all know something? Have y'all heard something?
I'm thankful to Reverend Al Sharpton and Mr. Tyler Perry and Terrell Owens and Byron Allen putting up these rewards. I understand others have now put up rewards, and that's good because that means we all have the same objective. We want the truth about what happened to Nolan Wales, and it is urgent. It is urgent because each day that goes by, you worry, will we ever get to the truth? And so that's why we want to thank CBC for calling on the federal authorities and anybody else who has resources to help this family get to the truth of what happened to their son. I know I was talking to Christy Clark, and she said, no, let's make sure that all taxpayers' money that goes to support federal resources apply to our children too. I mean, let's say that nobody should say, oh, it doesn't matter that much because it's a black child. No, it matters. All of our children matter. And so we are going to continue every day to say his name. Attorney Hertz, Attorney Park, Attorney Smith, Trump will be like no other that they've ever had for the last 19 years. I mean, it's a milestone when your child gets to be 18 years old. You try to breathe a little easier every day. You say, man, we almost.
What are we doing? What are we doing right now, bro? What are we doing? I'm lost. What are we doing? What is this for? I guess we keep going a little bit more.
got them that they at the cusp of being an adult, cusp of manhood. And you heard how Elmo was working so hard, him and Nolan, his football career. I mean, he had a good start, but this was really going to be his year. I mean, so much hope, so much promise. And then July 4th came.
What are we doing, bro? We've already made this type of speech before, though, gang. You got Mondeus over there just breaking down, bro. What are you doing, Crump? We sympathize for her, bro. Like we feel her, dog. You don't have to keep coming in there, putting her in the front of the thing, and just saying all of this crazy stuff that's gonna make her cry, bro. Like we feel for her. We all want justice. We just feel like you guys are looking in the wrong direction. You have one direction and you're looking in the wrong direction. But what are we doing right now, though? I'm 14 minutes into the video.
4th of July will never be the same.
You've said that before.
To Christine and Elmore. And on the 19th, next Wednesday, his family, we're all asking for prayer for Nolan. I know there's going to be a prayer visual in Ocean Springs. I know Reverend Al is going to work to make sure we're all praying all across the nation. But, y'all, let's pray. Can we pray together in unity to say, let's get to the truth of what happened to Nolan Wells? Can we do that, America? Can we at least come together in unity on his birthday? Everybody who claimed to ever be a friend of his, can we come together in unity and pray for...
His birthday is coming up? Jesus Christ. His birthday is next Wednesday. Man. Oh, man. Sheesh. Dang. Oh, man.
the truth and try to have love in our hearts for this family, for this broken-hearted mother and father, his sisters and brothers. Can we try to give them grace and give them love and pray for their humanity, for their son who was lost on 4th of July and is never coming back? Is that so much to ask?
His wording
Let's
is terrible.
have a national day of prayer on August 19th, next Wednesday, for Nolan Wells. And at this time, we hear from his mother and father, then Eric, and us will try to answer your questions.
Hello, everyone. Thank you all for having us, for platforming our son's story. As many of you know, his 19th birthday is next Wednesday.
Sad, bro.
And it's, as the days gets closer,
You got
it's
it.
definitely getting harder. That realization is really sinking in. That we don't have our son physically here anymore. And I think a lot of people have forgotten. Only thing we want to know is what happened. That's all we want to know, is what happened to our son. Because many parents out there, you still have your children. You still can hug them. You still can call them. You still can celebrate their life with them. And we do not have that anymore. Our lives have forever changed. This new normal is something I would never wish on anyone, not even my worst enemy. The hurt that we feel daily, the conversations that we have to have, not just with each other, but also with our other children. As they are grieving as well. So we ask that everyone please, next Wednesday, join us in prayer. As for
That ain't my
this
sound. That's their
health
sound.
issue for everyone out
That's
there,
not my
especially
sound.
for Nolan, in the process that we're going through, and Jimmy, thank you so much.
Why they always having sound issues though? Like with every time they go do a press conference, they always having sound issues though. But shout out to the mother, Christine Wells. Apologize if I'm saying your name wrong. We all want justice, bro. This is like, bro, I ain't even monetized. You feel me? I'm just putting videos out there, bro, because hopefully it touch 1, 2 people that haven't seen it or don't know about what's going on with the Nolan Wells situation, man. And there's a lot of people that's out there that's just doing it for the money, and that's trying to monetize off of a topic that is just viral right now. But we're with you though. I promise you, man. I'm with you. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't agree with some of the things that you said earlier, but I feel you though. I understand that it can be hard. And the first step of grieving is blaming. So I understand that. I can see that you and Benjamin Crump tone has changed a little bit more. It's not as much finger pointing in this press conference as it has been in the last couple times, which is a good sign though, man. But I pray that justice comes forth for whatever you want to hear. I hope it happens. Though. You know what I'm saying? I hope it happens for you.
First of all, I want to say thank you to everyone who's constantly keeping our son's story
This nigga gotta be stronger though, dog. God damn.
in the forefront. You don't know how much we really appreciate that. Nolan brought light to our family. He was
Shout out to them though, man. We're gonna skim through this a little bit just because the video is getting a little lengthy though. But respect to them, bro. If I can't, you know what I'm saying. Yo, I don't know what's up with this video though.
the fun in it. And with his birthday coming up,
Man, birthdays. Is
like my
crazy.
wife said, we have to deal with a new normal. Who knows what these years are going to bring, but we know that these years, on August 19th, is going to bring a lot of hurt, some laughter as we think about memories. But as far as our family, a very big piece will no longer be there. We just want the truth. We just want to know what any other parent would want to know. We're asking the questions any parent would ask.
True that.
If you feel that something's wrong with that, then it's a problem that you have to deal with. But as far as us and our family, we're just asking for truth, transparency, and to please keep us in the prayers. Next week's going to be a whole week, and the years follow are going to be hard.
Thank you very much. Christian Elmore, and never gets easy over there. And they're asking, I know Reverend Jamal Bryant is coming to Ocean Springs. Anybody who can come to Ocean Springs to be at the prayer vigil with them on a Wednesday evening at 7 p.m., please come. And if you can't come, please have prayer vigils in your city and your communities. We need to find out what happened. Attorney Hurst, Attorney Parks, and Reverend Allen, let's try to answer your questions. The family, obviously, the motion, they'll try to answer questions if they can. Any questions? Yes, sir. Yeah, give us where you come, where you. Okay.
It's the mic. Every time he touches the mic, it's messing the sound up.
It's very simple, and we always say, if it was your child, what would accountability justice look like? Well, that's the same thing they want for their child.
Bro, why is the sound so terrible, dog? I couldn't even hear the question. Wait, what the hell? Yo, this is bugging, bro. Yeah, nobody said nothing about the sound, so I don't know. I don't know exactly what's going on.
Which we must be very much emphasizing is they have said, again here with the press conferences and statements they made throughout when they started at our headquarters in Harlem speaking to the press, they're not trying to come to a conclusion. The other side did, saying that there was no foul play. They're trying to say, tell us what happened. And we're going to stand with them on that, and as well as other cases around the country. Yes, sir.
Ezekiel Telemaco with AUC24. There's been a lot of misinformation and rumors spreading on social media. Is there anything that you guys would like to debunk that you've seen that stood out there?
Let me just say this. I went very deep.
Well, I mean, I think that social media has distorted a lot. I think for myself and Ben, we're public figures that you're gonna have social media lie on us every day. I don't even know if I'm really here according to social media. But what hurts us is the distortions they've done on the family, where they've harassed her in her job and sent stuff to their house. Distorted with the father's question. They didn't ask to be public figures. They only are trying to get judged.
So my thing is this, though, right? So, granted, we feel for the family, right? But then you emphasize the fact that she's getting threats and her job is being, people are calling up to her job trying to like lower her ratings and stuff like that. A bunch of evil stuff that people out here in this world is doing, which is sickening, though, right? What about the fact that the boys are getting the same type of treatment? Now, granted, like, if this comes to the end of the investigation, bro, and it comes to the end that says these boys had nothing to do with it, are we gonna get the same type of sympathy for the boys as the same? Like, not, they don't deserve. I mean, they were close to Nolan as well, from what they're saying, though, right? So, but it has to be both sides, though, because they're getting the same type of treatment from somebody, though. Because the division has been created already between y'all, have divided the two. Ben Crump's first statement that he ever said was, "Hey, there was 4 white boys and 1 black boy," and then it was over from there, though. It was over from there. It was over with.
This is for their son. So I would just say, whatever social media people are trying to get likes and hits and all, do that against people like me that offered ourselves, but they didn't ask for this. All they want is what happened to their son.
And I'll simply say this because that question has come up and I released a statement and I want to be clear about it. And asking legitimate questions in pursuit of truth and accountability. The First Amendment protects robust public discussion on matters of public concern, and those protections are not reserved just for traditional media to intimidate or silence. Examining and demanding transparency. Reporting should not be silent. Reporting should not be silenced, and legitimate questions should not be met with intimidation. Those seeking truth and accountability in the Nolan Wells case have every right to continue asking questions and demanding answers, because we are America and we have a right to the First Amendment that includes black people and all people.
Hi, Denise Clay Murray, Philadelphia Hall Monitor. My question is for Congressmember McBath. Has the formal request for the FBI from the Congressional Black Caucus been delivered to the FBI, and what deadline have you given them for this?
We actually she's actually really
I don't know. I was trying to get to the question to see why, because the question has been sparked that the Mississippi Sheriff Department is asking for Nolan Wells' phone for evidence, and then the parents are not trying to give it up. I really wanted them to ask and answer that question, but it seems to be either my sound or their sound. Some sound is not going right, so it's kind of messing up the video. So I'm gonna leave it right here. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel. I'll see y'all in the next video, man.